Hello, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting.
Hello, gorgeous manifestors.
Say hello from Byron Bay.
All the way from the Maldives.
Sarah is an absolutely positive force to be reckoned with.
Sarah is amazing. She has literally changed my life. I thank the universe every day that I met her.
And they're manifesting money, they're manifesting time, happiness, abundance, all the things that they want.
The universe works in ways that we can't get our heads around.
It's about massively maximising the laws of the universe. You, my darling, are so limitless.
Welcome to the beginning of everything that you want.
Hey gorgeous manifestors, how are you? Happy Tuesday. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Morgan and I'm the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting, and it is my complete and utter passion to help millions globally to master the art of manifesting and create lives that they are completely and utterly in love with and that completely and utterly make their hearts sing. So I'm coming live today, doing a live coffee chat. It's a kind of coffee Q&A session. I haven't done one of these for a while. I like to come on. I have been saying this a lot recently. I like to try and come on once every 2 or 3 weeks, but it hasn't really been happening because I've been so busy at this end. But I'm here today with you to do a live Q&A session. Let me just bring the camera towards me a bit. So this is your chance to ask me anything that you want about manifesting, about law of attraction, and I am here to help you as much as I can. What we might do is, if you're watching live, you can start asking questions now, post them below, and if it's taking a while for questions to come through, we may actually get started with an expansive manifesting meditation. Hello, gorgeous Livy. So it's been very busy behind the scenes at Mastering the Art of Manifesting the last few weeks. So I haven't been able to come on and do a live coffee chat for a while. I've been doing incredible work with Olivia and Raf Okanya, massive energy expansion work like nothing I've done before ever. And it's just total game-changing stuff. I'm off to their retreat next week. I mentioned this on my live yesterday. They're running workshops in Spain next week, so I'm going to go over there, and they've also said I can do live summaries for you all. So after each of the workshop days, I'm going to come on and share some key takeaways from their incredible leading edge content from them and their awesome team. So that's going on. I've got something very exciting that I'm launching as well next week, so more information to come on that. But right now it's about me serving you. So literally ask me anything that you want to do. What we'll do is we'll just get warmed up with the meditation and then I will get answering your questions. So if you can get really comfortable for me and just close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, have your head upright, and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Now just breathing normally. And just allowing your body to completely relax and to slip into this energy of total surrender, total peace and relaxation, knowing that when you feel this energy, you are in turbocharged manifesting flow. So manifesting isn't about pushing and efforting and struggling. It's about connecting to that surrendered energy and then letting the universe guide you. So just imagine gorgeous, delicious, warm sunshine energy coming in over the top of your head, and as it travels over and through your body, it just completely relaxes everything it touches. So imagine it coming over your scalp, your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your cheekbones, your mouth, your jaw, down through your neck, down through your chest, your shoulders, your upper arms, your lower arms, your hands and your fingers, your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, your waist, your hips, your bottom, your legs from your thighs down through your knees, your calves, your feet and your toes. And now back up into your solar plexus area in your tummy and just relax and surrender. So I always describe peak manifesting flow happening when you're feeling completely surrendered and relaxed in your solar plexus area, in your tummy area, where there's no tension. And then I sort of feel it run up to my chest area as well. It's sort of this feeling of just relaxation, peace, calm, deliciousness. That's when I know I'm in receiving mode for the universe to bring my manifestations towards me and for the guidance from the universe to come. So just connect to that gorgeous relaxation, knowing that when you're in this energy, you are more powerful than millions, and knowing that you only have to be in this energy for 68 seconds for the universe to start bringing your manifestations towards you. When you're working with law of attraction, it is about ease, it's about grace, it's about letting the universe do the heavy lifting for you. Okay, so now I want you to imagine yourself 6 months forward from now. You have manifested so much, so quickly, and it's been so easy. And I just want you to see yourself there now in 6 months' time. You're living your dream day. And just notice where you are, who you're with, what's around you, what you can see, touch, smell and taste, the sounds around you. Just feel into this. Notice how you're feeling now that you've manifested so much and you are literally living your dream day. Notice how you're feeling. Are you holding yourself any differently? Do you look any different? And now I just want you to heighten all of those senses. So that scene that you're in, blow up the picture, make it bigger, turn the colours up, turn the sounds up, turn the smells up, turn everything up, heighten it, feeling yourself at the centre of it. And just connect now to one word that best describes how you feel. Try not to overthink it and just pick the first word that comes to mind, that emotion that describes how you feel. This is your power manifesting energy. So take that emotion, that feeling, and now channel it out through your solar plexus and into a sphere around you. And now we're going to extend this out, expand it out to the size of your room, your home, your street, your town, your city, your county or state, your country, continent, hemisphere, and now around the whole globe. So we're all connected now, and together as a powerful, limitless tribe, we're going to expand our energy out, up through the sky, out into space, out through the solar system, and out to the far, far edges of the universe. And just bathe here in this delicious energy, this power emotion that you've chosen. Connect to how powerful you really are. Connect to the fact that you're at the leading edge of universal expansion here. You are harnessing universal energies, you're harnessing law of attraction. You have an understanding that the majority of the population don't yet have. And just feel into this energy, knowing that you've held it way beyond 68 seconds. And when you hold this energy for longer than 68 seconds, the universe starts creating thousands of ways to bring your desires to you. So know that while we're here, the universe is doing all of the heavy lifting for us. Our job is just to feel good and then to follow the guidance that the universe sends us. So just holding this energy for a few more moments and setting the intention now that you're going to remember this power energy, this word, this emotion. This is your quantum leap energy that you can tap back into whenever you want. You can replay this meditation whenever you want. This is yours to tap into and know that when you're connected to it, you're in positive manifesting flow. Now just bring your awareness back to where you are, back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, moving your head gently from side to side, taking a deep breath in and out. And open your eyes when you are ready. Yay! So firstly, I'd love to hear what words you had, as always, because that always really excites me. And just know that you can harness whenever you want. You can tap back into it. So let me know what words came up for you. Hi Connie, hi Laurie, hi Joanne, hi Gian. Oh Jeannie, it's so lovely to see you all. Okay. So yeah, let me know what words came up for you and let me know anything you want to ask me. Joanne says joy, it was so strong. Brilliant, brilliant. That is a scrummy word. A word that always used to come to me in the beginning was freedom. And now it's kind of like peace and yeah, powerful peace. Comfort from Jeannie, abundance from Helen. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love, love, love it. Hi Karen, word is magical, accomplishment. How powerful are these words? So you may want to actually write them down and stick them somewhere where you know you're going to see them. So my darlings, do start asking your questions. I'm trying to think what questions have been coming up recently from people within the Mastering the Art of Manifesting tribe. I'm running my Ministry of Money course at the minute, so had a module on that this morning. And I guess just to start off by just demystifying law of attraction. So for those of you that are new to the work that I do, it's very much about demystifying law of attraction. Law of attraction isn't complex. You don't have to, you know, it's not like you have to go into the complexities and the science behind it to be able to utilize it. So the tools that I teach are designed to fast track you into that powerful, positive manifesting flow. So my role, I see, is to demystify it, because law of attraction is at work all of the time. We are all able to harness it. It works for every single person without exception. It's just a universal law. And what's happening is the majority of the population at this moment in time are manifesting blindly, is what I would describe it as. They're manifesting blindly by default. They don't know that they're doing it. And law of attraction dictates that what you feel is what you manifest. So often we see people talking about thoughts becoming things, but a lot of people get frustrated because that doesn't really work for them, because quite often people say, okay, I'm thinking about a certain amount of money but it's not coming into my experience yet. And that's because what they're thinking isn't actually what they're feeling. They're thinking about what they want, but they're feeling the lack of it. Okay, so it's about taking it a level deeper and knowing that feelings become things. And so when you're trying to manifest, you can either feel the energy that it's already yours. I've got loads of tools that help with that. In particular, my Dream Day Journal tutorial, which is the tool that changed everything for me. If you want to learn more about that tool, very soon, in the next couple of days, you'll be able to access it for free when you sign up to my newsletter, which is really exciting. You can also read about it in this book, my first book, Welcome to the Beginning of Everything You Want, which is a 21-day guide to positive manifesting flow. And it literally has the Dream Day Journal running throughout it as well. Same with my money book, which is called It's Time to Get Your Money Flow On. Again, the Dream Day Journal forms the basis of everything that I do, okay? So the Dream Day Journal shortcuts you into feeling that you already have what it is that you want. You're journaling about your dream day. So that's one way to be in positive manifesting flow. The other way is just to feel good, okay? So again, quite often there's a misconception that you have to keep focusing on what it is that you want, and when you're feeling really good, it can be loads of fun to do that. But if you're focusing on what you want a lot, but your mind's still taking you into an energy of how am I going to get that, you're not going to be feeling as relaxed about it. You're not going to feel as much in that receiving flow. So that's when it's equally as powerful to just do things that feel good. You don't have to keep focusing on what it is that you want to bring in. Just feeling good means that you're open to receiving your manifestations and universal guidance. And so law of attraction is about two things. It's about feeling good and following universal guidance. So again, bit of a common misconception that if you just visualize what you want, it will fall out the sky and land into your lap. Sometimes that can happen. There have been cases where money's just arrived through the post for me unexpectedly, but so often it's a case of the universe will send you guidance, and when you follow it, that's when everything becomes easy. Okay, so who has a question? You can ask me absolutely anything. Okay, Joanne's going first. So, do you have any suggestions for last thing at night before you enter sleep and going closer to your vortex? I've been thinking about journaling similar to Dream Day. Any techniques? Brilliant question, Joanne. Okay, so yes, topping and tailing your day is so important. So I always talk about my morning manifesting mindset rituals, but doing things that raise your vibration before you sleep are really powerful as well. So for those of you that don't know what a vortex is, a lot of you will do. A lot of my teachings are, stem from Abraham and Esther Hicks's work. This is the book that changed my life and set me on my law of attraction trail. This is written by Esther Hicks, and they talk about the term the vortex. So the vortex is, very loosely speaking, if you think about it, like a swirling pool of energy that's got all of your desires in it, okay? And when you're feeling good, you're in the vortex and you're able to receive your desires. When you're not feeling good, you're sort of out of it and it's hard for you to receive what it is that you want, okay? So sleeping is a very, very powerful time, because when you fall asleep, you drop any resistance. So you just totally surrender. Think about that surrendering energy that we just connected into in the opening meditation. When you are asleep, you're totally surrendered, and so there's no resistance. So it's a really good time for to allow manifestations to come towards you. And what's really powerful is falling asleep in a high vibrational place. So when I talk about high vibration, I mean in a place that means you're feeling good. When you're feeling good, you are high vibration. When you're not feeling good, you're low vibration. So when you fall asleep feeling high vibration, that creates an amazing time for you to kind of have no resistance when you sleep, and also it gives you a head start on your next day. And quite often, especially during times of contrast, so again, those of you that know my work well, I talk about contrast a lot. Contrast is when you've got things going on in your life that aren't as you would choose them to be, and they can be from minor things to extreme things. And what's happening is when you're going through those periods of contrast, you create lots of new desires, because from the things that you don't want, you create desires for the things that you do want, okay? So generally when you're in times of contrast, it means there's universal expansion happening for you. But it can be very powerful still to watch your vibrations, and all of the work that Esther Hicks does through the book Asking It Is Given is about bringing your attention back to feeling good no matter what's happening around you, and kind of training yourself to do that. And a lot of my tools that I teach do exactly the same. So it's so important to raise your vibration. vibration and feel good when you fall asleep. Okay, and what often happens is people do loads of work in the mornings on their mindset rituals, but by the time they go to bed, their vibration has dropped. So this is really powerful when you're in times of contrast to lift that vibration before you sleep. So some of the things I do, Joanne, one of the things is listing out all the things that have gone well that day. So this is different to a gratitude list. So I have studied law of attraction for years. I have sifted through tools to find tools that work for me really powerfully. I have even created tools, and the gratitude list, I have to say, doesn't cut it for me. It's not powerful enough. So if I was going to bed and just writing out all the things I'm grateful for that day, it doesn't cut through quite as much as listing out all the things that have gone well for me that day. Okay, so that's what happens is when you focus on everything that's gone well throughout that day rather than focusing on stuff that hasn't gone well, your vibration raises and you're more in that energy of satisfaction and accomplishment, which is a really powerful vibration. So listing out all the things that have gone well that day for me, doing my manifesting evidence list. So again, I talk about this in my books and in my courses. There are 5 types of manifesting evidence. So for those of you that don't know, you can write this down. And there's 5 types of manifesting evidence. The first is having a desire. If you know you have a desire, then you know universe is all over it. Universal energies are all over it to bring it towards you. The second is feeling good, because when you feel good, it means that you are in receiving mode. You're in a high vibration, you're in a receiving mode, which means you're ready for the universe to bring things to you. So you're in positive manifesting flow. So that's manifesting evidence. The third is when you start noticing synchronicities and coincidences. And remember, nothing is coincidence, okay? Everything is divinely given. Everything is beautifully constructed in your experience. It's this kind of infinite intelligence tapestry of awesomeness. So there's no such thing as just a coincidence. A coincidence is a very powerful sign from the universe that everything you desire is being worked on for you and coming towards you. So when you have coincidences and synchronicities, celebrate them as evidence. You're in positive manifesting flow. The fourth is inspired ideas. So you're going to know when you're in positive manifesting flow because you get clarity, you get inspired actions to follow. Obviously move with them. They are infinite intelligence guiding you, and infinite intelligence's guidance is always going to be the fastest, most direct route to manifesting everything that you want. Okay, and then the fifth type of manifesting evidence is obviously the final manifestation. So listing out all the different types of manifesting evidence that have been around you that day are really powerful for raising your vibration as well. And also what can be really powerful is writing down the things that you've got to look forward to the next day, because often what happens is our egos, our minds, try and get us to focus on the things that we're not excited about or not feeling pleased with. And the work with law of attraction is always to bring your focus back onto things that feel good. So manifesting evidence list, review, like summarizing things that have gone well that day and listing out the things that you've got to look forward to tomorrow. They're really nice ways to lift your vibration before you go to sleep. So does that help, Joanne? You can journal as well. I personally like something very short and sweet before I go to sleep, but if you want to expand your time and do things that take a bit longer, by all means do a dream day journal before you sleep as well. Absolutely. So I hope that helps, darling. Okay, any other questions from any of you? Feel free to ask them. I will just wait to see if any more come through. I just want to check this has shared okay. Can you just let me know where you're watching this? Are you in the Mastering the Art of Manifesting Facebook group, or are you watching this from my business page? Just so I know where it's shared. Just to make sure all the right people are seeing it, because a couple of weeks ago I did a Facebook Live, and when I was doing my Ministry of Money bootcamp, and I did it on my personal page, and I was thinking most people on my personal page have no clue about what law of attraction is. So just want to make sure this is definitely sharing in the right place. Joanne says, thank you, I've written my dream paragraph. Perfect, 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 perfect. Wonderful. Any other questions you want to ask me, my darlings? Anything, you can ask me anything, whether it's money, health, material stuff, anything you want to manifest, any questions about the universe in general, just let me know. I'm just going to wait to see if any more come through. Do you know what I'm also going to do actually? I'm just going to get my laptop, because often there's a backlog of questions there as well. Okay, there's a question that's come through. If we get a bit quiet, I'll just go through that backlog, because I know there's quite a few people that have asked questions there. Okay, hi Catherine, my darling. What's your opinion on divine timing? If you want something now but it doesn't come, is that because the time is not right now? So this is a really interesting one, a really good question that I haven't actually been asked before, Catherine. I've done a lot of these lives. So there is definitely divine timing in a lot of cases. Okay, so remember, the perfect balance when you're mastering the art of manifesting is loving where you are right now and having eager anticipation for the future. And what tends to happen is when people are starting to master the art of manifesting, their egos and their minds take them more into an energy of, I want to have my dream day now, and they take you into an energy of not quite being fully satisfied where you are now. When you're fully satisfied where you are now, you just know that everything's divine timing and that everything is being worked out perfectly for you. You know, I was talking about this in the money course this morning. So often people want to manifest money and we want it to land straight away. But actually, it's so much more beautiful when the universe leads you through the most amazing way to bring that money to you. So, you know, I could have manifested my 6-figure money flow just by like manifesting it falling out of the sky. But actually, I'm manifesting it through doing what I love, fulfilling my purpose and bringing like this knowledge and passion into the world. And that feels so much more delicious to me. So, you know, you can manifest on demand, absolutely, but there is a blend as well of divine timing. But also just trust, if you're here in this group and you're ready to master the art of manifesting, that is divine timing in itself. Law of attraction has found you in divine timing. You found me in divine timing. You're listening to this in divine timing. And what happens is when you're in positive manifesting flow and you start noticing all these synchronicities, you start noticing all the things that are coming into your experience that are sort of coming to you rather than you chasing them. They're evidence of divine timing as well. So yeah, if you're wanting to manifest something and it's not coming right now, just check with your vibration. Are you in a vibration of need and angst slightly rather than complete surrender? Because that can block the flow to you. If there's any kind of angst or tension around your desire, it's going to like limit it coming towards you. If you are in total surrender, you're actually not going to be questioning the timing of things anyway. So that's kind of how to know. Now, as I always talk about, you cannot be in that deep surrender the whole time. Well, I guess eventually you would be in it a lot of the time, but there is always going to be contrast. The whole purpose of being here in physical, out here on the leading edge of universal expansion, is that we have to have contrast. So, and often what happens when contrast comes up is it kind of tips us out of that surrendered energy, and then our job is to kind of work our way back in it. And that's what the tools that I share help you to do more quickly. But just know, when you're in that surrendered energy, you have total trust that everything's working out for you. So actually the divine timing thing isn't really a thing, because you just know it's going to come to you. Does that make sense? But I am not in a surrendered energy like most of my time at all. I'm in a aligned, happy energy a lot of the time, but that deep surrendered energy, I wouldn't say I'm there all the time at all. But just accessing that through your dream day journal rituals, through the meditations, all of that, remember, is when you're more powerful than millions. So actually, if you're just spending 20 minutes a day being in that surrendered energy, that is way more powerful than what the majority of the population are doing. And just like, I think it's 68 seconds of that energy is the equivalent to 2 million action hours. It's insane. So remember, you don't have to be in that surrendered energy the whole time, but just tapping into it daily makes you phenomenally powerful, way more powerful than a lot of the population globally who at this time aren't harnessing that. So I hope that helps. You're in my personal page. Okay. Oh, personal. Oh, goodness knows where this is going live then. Oh, no, business page. Brilliant. This is broadcast live on your business page. I'm seeing it because I'm in your group and you've shared it there. Brilliant. It has all worked in the right way. Brilliant. It's just because I've done it wrong the last couple of times. Perfect. Thank you, Tracy. Catherine says this makes sense. Wonderful, darling. Fabulous. Okay. Joanne says, if I have an ache inside me for something I want to do, but my head and lots of people on the internet tell me it's too hard and it won't bring my dreams, is that ache my root? It's not blinding flash of inspiration, it just nags at my heart. Yeah, so right, so I always say make your heart sing. Follow what makes your heart sing. Whatever makes your heart sing is what you're supposed to be doing. So I was stuck in PR for years, not knowing what I wanted to do, and I felt very trapped there. I knew what made my heart sing was law of attraction and universal stuff, but I never went with it. I knew that I loved helping people, but again, my ego was totally like, well, you can never not do PR. Like, you can't run your own business. Like, literally, I never would have imagined this time 2 years ago I'd be doing this now. I didn't even have a clue. I didn't know. I hadn't even had the inspired action this time 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't think I'd even had the inspired action because that happened at the end of April 2017. But I wish I'd listened to this, you know, earlier. But then equally, going back to the divine timing thing, maybe it was divine timing, but I sort of do wish I'd followed the universal guidance sooner, because what tends to happen is, this will be relevant for you, Joanne, if you don't listen to the universal guidance, the nudges get stronger. So I didn't listen to my desires, I just let my ego talk me out of them. But then what happened is something big happened at work, and like it became this massive universal clout. And that's then when I realised that I had to actually do something, but I could have made it a bit easier and just followed that guidance sooner. I didn't have to wait for the clout. So I think if you have an ache inside you for something that you want to do and it makes your heart sing, do it. You have to honour it and just trust that that is infinite intelligence guiding you. Infinite intelligence knows more than what's going on in your ego and what other people think and what the internet thinks. This is infinite intelligence we're working with here. But there's an element where you just have to trust and surrender, which obviously is uncomfortable to the ego, which again is where all my tools kick in. So I would say absolutely follow it if it makes your heart sing. Does it make your heart sing? You know, I always say to people who don't really know what it is they want to be doing, I always kind of say, if money was no issue, what's the one thing that you would do all day, every day for free that you absolutely love, that comes really easily and naturally to you? And whatever that thing is, that is what you're supposed to be doing at that moment in time. So I think, yes, Joanne, absolutely go with it. Absolutely move with it, because, you know, remember, we never have it all done as well. So don't think by making this move, that's going to be what you do necessarily for the rest of your life. We're always evolving. You know, yes, I'm a law of attraction coach, but oh my God, there's so much expansion and evolution going on at the minute, and will continue to be, that it's going to evolve way beyond that. It already is evolving way beyond that, okay? So again, don't think once I make this decision or choice, that's it for life. You're always here to evolve and expand. And so let the universe guide you and lead you to become the biggest and fullest and most powerful, happiest, abundant, fulfilled, aligned version of you possible. Okay? Right, I'm just going to get my laptop. If anybody else has any questions, do post them. Thank you. It's a step along the road, not the destination. Perfect. But if it makes your heart sing, follow that step, because that will lead you to the next step. And again, I always say, it's not our job to have the whole roadmap. So most people, when they want something, they try and put a roadmap in place to get it. When you're working with the universe, you don't need a roadmap. You literally just need to follow that one step, and then the universe will bring you the next step and the next step and the next step. So this is where you actually sit back and allow yourself to be led. And it's the superpower way of doing things. It's so much more easy and enjoyable and effective. It's so much more effective. It's about taking that leap and just trusting that that's the case, okay? So does anybody else watching live have questions? If not, I'm just going to run over to my laptop. 1 second. Right, thank you. You're so welcome, darling. You are so welcome. Right, let me see what other questions have come up under the Q&A thread on my website. See if I can answer some of those for you as well. Bear with. Okay. Mastering the Art of Manifesting asked me a question. Turn the speakers off. Okay, so what other questions have we got? Okay. Bear with. I haven't looked at these questions for so long. Okay. Okay. Oh, someone posted a question 16 hours ago. Brilliant. Fab. Okay. Clearly the universe meant me to show you that, meant me to read this. Okay, so hi Sarah, I'm at a really annoying stage where I want to jump in head first, and most of the time I believe manifesting is possible, but my stubborn logic brain won't allow me to fully engage and allow things to happen. It's like it's a block. I'm already up to eyeballs in debt, so investing financially is a big risk for me, but I know I need to learn. I guess I just want to see if you could offer some comforting advice that may help me convince all areas of my brain to let go of what I've believed for the last 30 years so I can get going. So Claire, darling, I can really relate to you, and I love your energy, by the way. I know you literally just joined the Mastering the Art of Manifesting Facebook group, so a huge welcome. So for you, my darling, I would say, first of all, it sounds like you're probably a process manifestor. So understanding what type of manifestor is really important for you. So most people that find my work and resonate with what I teach are process manifestors, because it's law of attraction. I've done like even a poll on it in a webinar I did a few weeks ago. 96% of people watching the webinar were process manifestors. So if you're a process manifestor, for you it's absolutely about loving the whole process of everything. For you, you're going to want to feel good all the time, and that's when you're a really, really powerful manifestor. So for you, my darling, I would probably say, if you want to really kick that ego to the curb, I would actually say do my work your way through my first book, which is Welcome to the Beginning of Everything You Want. Sorry, I've got a charger falling off here. Bear with. It's going to fall off again. So this book will be really powerful for you. It's a 21-day guide to really establishing a positive manifesting flow, and then this will give you tools that you will use for the rest of your life. So this is the other thing that obviously I say, some of you may have heard this a lot, I can give you the tools, but I can't get in your body to use them for you, and it is about using these tools for the rest of your life. Okay, when you're working with law of attraction, you're always evolving and expanding. So I would say start working your way through that book. It's the best place to start, and will give you loads of tools to disempower your ego. Okay, so, and I think, you know, debts aren't a bad thing. I talk about that in my money book as well. My money book, I'll just hold that up again in case you haven't seen me show you that at the beginning of the video. I talk about debts in this as well. Debts are just an energy. Money is just an energy. And I'm very much a champion of like aligned spending. So I have made investments in my business that have felt scary but very aligned. I've known that they're totally in alignment with the quantum leap version of me, and I know that even if they feel a bit uncomfortable, ultimately in my soul they feel like the right thing to do. So I would say, Claire darling, just check in with whatever it is that you're wanting to invest in. Is it in alignment with your soul? And sometimes it takes a few days to line your energy up. So don't worry if it's not clear right now. Know that at some point you're going to know for definite either way, whether it's a yes or a no, okay? But tune into what you're feeling in your body. So whatever you're feeling in your body, whether it's your heart or your solar plexus, whatever you're feeling in your body is universal guidance. And so that's why I don't have any strategy in my business. I work purely with energy, okay? I am ever evolving on this journey of really grasping vibrational mastery, because when you can do that, You don't need strategy. You don't need any of that. You know, following infinite intelligence like blows strategy out of the water. In fact, I might make that a quote, okay? Following infinite intelligence blows strategy out of the water. Like, strategy is so non-powerful versus infinite intelligence. So tune in to what you're feeling in your body, and what you feel is what you should be doing, whether it's a gut feeling of yes or a gut feeling of no. So I really hope that helps. And darling, my story is so similar to yours. I came from a background of loads of debt as well. So definitely read my book or books, start there. And, you know, just know that if I can change my money manifesting story, then you absolutely can too, as I say to people all the time. And also know that when you can harness money manifesting, actually you can manifest pretty much anything, because money tends to be one of the most stubborn things that people find when they're trying to master manifesting. Money mindset is one of the most stubborn mindsets that they're trying to tackle and break through. Okay, so thank you for that question, darling. I hope that helps. Let me see if there's any more recent questions on here. Bear with, please hold. Also, if anyone has any questions when they're watching, feel free to ask them. Okay, someone's asking, can you get my books on audio form? You will be able to really soon. I am in the process of putting them on Audible, so hopefully in the next sort of month or so you should be able to get them on Audible. Don't worry, it's something I am working on. I'm so sorry about my dog in the background. Okay, another gorgeous question here. Okay, thank you so much for allowing me into your world. I can't begin to tell you how much Law of Attraction has helped me. Not necessarily manifesting anything super physical yet, but it's helped me set the right mindset. I had lost my path a bit, and this has really refocused me. I'm so grateful. I need your advice though. I know what my dream day is. I journal it daily, but it's so far removed from my world right now that sometimes I find it hard and sometimes disheartening to keep journaling about it. I really do try hard to focus on my dream day of being a stay-at-home mum and supporting my husband and boys. I've wanted to stop work for so many years now. However, it's only recently that I have been truly honest with myself and admitted that that's what I want. I've always thought I should focus on a job from home, self-employment, explored so many avenues on the laptop lifestyle. But what I really want is to be at home with my boys, being mum and living my perfect day. It might sound old-fashioned to have some... may sound old-fashioned to someone, but being home, being a mum and supporting and loving my husband makes my heart sing. Nothing comes close to wanting that if I'm being totally honest to myself. And in time I want to re-educate myself on counselling or helping others in some form or fashion. It's a niggle I've always had, which is why I think I'm pulled to you. Being at home would allow me to do that in my time with no pressure. So yeah, you totally want to be doing something where you're helping people. My new mantra for this year is keeping it simple, and so far it's going okay. However, I find it hard sometimes to stay focused and positive about that and not worry about how, when at present we require my wage. Any tips on how to stay positive about your dream day when it seems so unreachable, and when you are dream day journaling it every day to not lose faith? Okay, so the first thing is, darling, your dream day journal is taking you into the how. So we need to shift what you're journaling about. Because actually, when you're writing your dream day journal, you don't want any resistance, because any resistance stops it coming. So I can feel that you doing it, you're getting a bit frustrated and it's taking you into a how energy. So the first thing is, don't journal about anything that makes you feel icky or take you into the how. So I would actually say, when I first started journaling, I journaled about feeling the sun on my face, having flowers in my garden, drinking fresh coffee. Like, I was just journaling about things that made my heart sing, but not things that took me into the house. If I tried to journal about money in particular, for example, it would make me contract. So I feel like we need to shift your dream day journal up a bit. I know I'm not focused on the how, but I do struggle with keeping faith, not being disheartened every time I write about my dream day. Thank you, Sarah. You got me through 2 months. You have no idea of that. Oh, I'm so lovely. I'm so happy to read this. You posted this 6 weeks ago. You're so blessed in what you do. You are enriching people's lives without even knowing it, myself included. My heart is full of love for you and what you do for others. Oh, darling, thank you. That's gorgeous. Okay, so we need to shape your dream day journal up. What I am going to ask you is, are you following universal nudges? Okay, because what so often happens is, because this is what I did for years, I was very much like, I hate PR, I don't want to be in it, but there's no way out. And I feel like what's going on here for you is you want to be a stay-at-home mum and be with your boys, but there's no way out. So something has to shift, okay? So are you following the nudges? It can be, can you reduce the amount of time that you're working at the moment and kind of shift yourself so you're having more time at home? Okay, so can you make any little shift? Because remember, universe, the law of attraction responds massively to action, okay, but inspired action, not efforting, slogging action that most people do. Inspired action that's in line with the quantum version of you. So when I left PR, I went into network marketing for a couple of years, and that was definitely a divine stepping stone for me. It wasn't ultimately where I was going, but it was totally a part of my journey. And often I say to people who are wanting to go more into working from home, is there a shift you can make or something you can do that's an action that shows the universe you're serious? So when I wanted to manifest a cottage, and I had no clue of how I was going to do it, I went to a charity shop and I bought a bread bin and a utensil jar that were cream coloured, and I thought felt very cottagey. And when I knew I had to move, I actually started buying things from buy, sell and swap sites online for where I was going to move into. And I remember buying a big coffee table that I've got in my lounge now and thinking, I have no idea whether that's going to fit into wherever I end up moving into, but I'm going to buy it. It's very aligned. It's a leap of faith. In an aligned way, it is going to go into my new cottage. So I was doing things like that threw the energy out into the universe. So is there something you can do that throws the energy out into the universe? If you know that you want to do some kind of coaching, can you start doing pilot coaching? That's what I did when I had clarity about being a law of attraction coach. I had no idea whether I'd be any good, because obviously my ego started going mental, but I was like, right, screw it, I'm just going to offer some pilot coaching. I feel like we need some movement here from you, and movement is going to loosen up the energy and allow more clarity to come to you. So is it that you can start looking at website names, like, it could be anything. What loosens up the energy that excites you? Is it doing some pilot coaching? Is it changing your work hours so you can drop one day or one afternoon? Is it buying something, or could you create an office space at home that you may not have set up yet, that again shows the universe you're serious about wanting to be based from home? So definitely play with this. We need some movement here. We need to loosen that energy up for you, and the universe responds massively to inspired action, massively. Like, nothing kind of gets the universe working for you like inspired action. So, taking the leap of faith to buy things for my cottage, taking the leap of faith to actually do some pilot coaching, the universe cheerleads you from the sidelines when you take inspired action. So I hope that helps, darling. Really tune into, are you following the nudges? And if you're not sure of what the nudges should be, then move with something, try something to loosen up the energy. And then the other thing is, if you're getting too caught up in thinking how, take your attention completely off of it for a couple of days. Just go and do other things that completely make your heart sing. And just from doing things that make your heart sing, the clarity will come. So if you're feeling like you're getting a bit too bogged down, take your focus off of it, and that will free you up as well. So lots of tips there for you to play with. I really hope that helped. If you're really stuck, I do offer breakthrough calls as well. So feel free to have a look at those on my website under the Contact Me tab as well. But know that you've totally got this, but I feel like we need to get you moving. We need to kind of loosen up that energy flow. I hope that helps, darling. Helen says that was a brilliant question too. When I'm journaling, it's the how I get caught up in. So you don't want to be journaling in, if anything's making you think how, you need to not be writing about it, okay? And sometimes that can mean writing less in your dream day journal and just writing some top line bullet points. So at the moment, sometimes I write about being in my ultimate dream home and all of that stuff and it really resonates. Other times it takes me into the how. So when it takes me into the how, I go more broader. I think actually I just want to feel really peaceful and aligned and kind of balanced, and that makes my heart sing, rather than writing about all the physical things that I want. So it doesn't have to be the same thing every day. Some days I'll be writing my journal and one thing in particular really rings my bells and makes me excited, so then I just take that one thing and play around with that energy and expand that, rather than doing the whole dream day as well. So you definitely want your dream day journal to always be ringing your bells in some way, whether it's one thing, so it might just be the sun on your face, whatever it is, but one thing that makes your heart sing, go with it and play with that. But you definitely want to be avoiding the how energy, because the how energy is going to slow it coming to you. Okay, so I really hope that helps. You don't want to be writing about anything in your dream day journal that makes you contract, and the how energy makes you contract, because you're writing, you're feeling happy, and then immediately you feel like this lead in your chest and a bit like, but how's that going to happen? So we need to shift what you're writing about as well. So quite a few different things for you to play around with, so it'd be really good to know how you get on with those, darling. And if you need more support, obviously post another question under the Q&A session on my website, and I'll answer it on the next coffee chat for you. Okay, hi Camilla, darling. So we've got time for one last question, if anyone live is watching and wants to ask me anything. If not, then we will call it a wrap for today, and I'll be back on again in the next few weeks, I'm sure, but I'm just going to wait just to see if anything else comes through in the next couple of minutes here, because there's always a couple of minutes delay. And yeah, okay, so Sarah Meredith has asked, could you please explain process 19? She means in asking it as given, for getting rid of debt. I find it a little confusing. Are you supposed to use imagination? No, when I use this process for getting rid of debt, which is a superpower process, it was real. You have to look at real numbers. It has to be real for you to be able to get your energy behind it. So I hope that helps, my darling. Okay, just seeing if there's anything else. I think we've covered everything. I think we're finally up to date now. Okay, any questions here? Are we all good? Jeannie says, Dream Day Journal is the best. I know you've said this before, but you really need patience. I've been doing it for about 4 months and things are just now starting to happen. That's amazing. Had to get out of the how. Took a long time. Yeah, remember, everything's going to unfold divinely in your journey. And what's really exciting for Sally, that just asked that long question, is that although you're finding it frustrating, the universe is so excited because it knows a big shift's coming for you. But do try and move and loosen up the energy. And yeah, listen to what Jeannie says as well, because it is slightly different for everybody. But if you're a process manifestor, it's freaking powerful, regardless of whether it's immediate or takes a bit longer. Okay, my darlings, so I think that's everything today. Thank you for those that have tuned in live. For those watching on the replay, thank you for watching the replay. I hope you found this helpful. I am sending you so much love. Lots of exciting stuff as ever happening in the next few weeks in Mastering the Art of Manifesting, so look out for announcements. If you're not on my newsletter, sign up to my newsletter to get the latest news as well. There's another blog post coming out soon as well. So you can sign up for the newsletter on the homepage of my website, which is www.masteringtheartofmanifesting.com. I am sending you guys so much love. Thank you for being a part of this gorgeous tribe, and have an amazing few days ahead, and I will be back on live again very soon. Sending you so much love. Mwah.